Welcome to the Piece of Me podcast, the place to find different ways to bring enjoyment, simplicity, happiness, and of course, more peace into your life. Life gets busy, noisy, and at times it's messy. I'm here to help you clean things up and put peace back in its place. Each episode, I'll share tips, ideas, and fresh perspectives to help you live your best life. Hi friends, it's Lexi Lee. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. I'm so glad you'll be joining me for this episode, which is all about living your best stepmom life. Now, there are a lot of stepmoms out there, a lot of women living in blended families. Maybe you've been a stepmom for a while, or maybe you're just starting out and figuring out your place in all of this. Wherever you are on your stepmom journey, chances are you're looking to feel a little bit more like yourself again. Now, every blended family looks different. How many stepchildren you have, their ages, the activities or sports that they're in, how many bio children you have, the custody schedule, dynamics with the ex, dynamics with your ex if you have bio children, how long you've been blending, etc. They all look different, but one thing seems to be quite common. Stepmoms are looking to find peace in their blended life. Now, you've probably heard a lot about the term self-care. It gets used a lot. Now, you can't pour from an empty cup, but as a stepmom, you're probably busy doing all the things, like helping your stepchildren with school, cooking them meals, supporting them however and whenever need be, help with rides here and there, shopping, buying their favorite foods at the grocery store, making sure that they have time with dad or mom, laundry, there's dishes, and the list goes on and on. So prioritizing yourself maybe doesn't feel right, or if it does, you don't really know where to start. So self-care is something that you shouldn't just prioritize when you're feeling stressed in your blended family life, but rather should be a part of your weekly routine. Think of it this way. Just like you would book appointments to see a doctor for your health or an appointment to see a dentist for your teeth, you need to schedule that time with yourself to feel recharged. Now let's talk about some different ways that you can make the best of your blend and live your best stepmom life. First, find a quiet space in your home for the times that you need to get away when you can't really break away. Now this could be an office, your bedroom, a walk-in closet, the basement, maybe even your car. Now take however much time you need and enjoy some peace and quiet. Maybe even a good podcast or a book you've been wanting to read. Maybe build a new playlist. Call a friend to connect. Meditate. Have dinner by yourself. Maybe brew a hot cup of tea or pour yourself a glass of wine. And now tell your partner that you do need some time, maybe a couple hours, and make sure that they're okay with holding things down during that time. And then go do you. All right, this next one is going to seem very simple, but it's very important. And that's to give yourself some grace. Now, like any family, whether it's a first family or even a blended family, things at times are going to run smoothly, and at other times they're not. They're going to ebb and flow, and that's natural. There's a term called seasons and reasons. So if you're in a busy season or even a stressful season right now, just know that this too shall pass. Give yourself some grace. Okay, another idea is to get outside. Fresh air really does a body and mind good. If it's cold or sunny and warm out, depending on when you're listening to this, sometimes just getting fresh air helps us feel grounded and in a new environment, which is sometimes all we need to really feel that shift. Try going for a walk outside if possible. Bring that new playlist you just created or a podcast with you. You could also walk and talk, meaning go for a walk, grab your phone, and call a friend. Now, this next one I have talked about before. It's about journaling. Now, in episode 4, I shared a few tips on how to help you start a journaling practice. I don't want you to overthink this, but whenever you feel like you need an outlet, especially in the evenings when you can't just leave your home, using a journal is an easy way to jot down any thoughts that you're having. It's really quite therapeutic. And just make sure to capture the positive things that are going on in your world too. Okay, now this next one is also going to seem like you probably already know it, but maybe you're not doing it. And that's about sleep, getting better rest. It really is where it's at. I know that we're busy, and being tired and not sleeping, it shouldn't be a badge of honor. Not sleeping does catch up to us. We can be forgetful of things we were supposed to get done. We get moody, we can get edgy, irritated. It can even affect our diet. You know, they say that when you don't sleep well, you actually compensate with food the next day, meaning you might eat unhealthy foods the next day because you didn't sleep well the night before. And also, when we don't sleep well, our immune system can be affected by that, and that means you could get sick. Now, in episode 16, I shared a few tips on how to get better rest. So if you haven't already listened to that episode, go back and take a listen. But getting better sleep is the foundation to really feeling good the next day. You really feel like yourself again when you're well rested. Okay, the next one is about making plans when your partner has their children. Now, you might feel guilty about this. You might feel guilty for stepping away from the stepchildren. But I want to remind you of this. Your stepchildren want to spend time with their dad or their mom without you. That's not to be mean. And it also doesn't mean that they don't like you, but they will appreciate that time to connect with them one-on-one. And your partner will also appreciate that time with their children. That bonding time is really so important. So what you're really doing is helping them and helping yourself at the same time. And when your partner does have their kids, it is okay to go ahead and make plans to see friends. Go to dinner with a girlfriend. Visit your own parents. Run some errands or take that fitness class. Get your hair done. Get a pedicure. Go out of town, go to the farmer's market, bring a book to a coffee shop, whatever you want to do. Okay. This next one is quite simple again, but sometimes we need these reminders. To eat and drink well, because life is all about balance, right? So eating healthy about 80% of the time really does contribute to our mental health. We just feel better when we eat better. So keep your nutrition game up. Take your vitamins, your collagen, smoothie, protein drinks, water, your balanced meals, etc. Whatever it is, keep doing that. And also just be mindful of alcohol as it sometimes affects the way that we show up. Okay, now I have saved the best for last. And this one takes a little bit more work because we really have to think about it. I want you to get back to who you were. Now, if you've been blending for a while, you may have shifted from what you were doing to what the kids are now doing. I'm going to say that again. You may have shifted from what you were doing to what the kids are now doing. Maybe you're feeling a potential burnout coming on. But I really want you to think about the things you did before your step family life. What did that look like? What were you doing on the weekends? What were you doing after work or after school? What did your schedule look like before all the pickups and the drop-offs? Did you take yoga? Did you see your friends more often? Maybe you baked cookies on Sundays and you slept in on Saturdays. Maybe there were certain shows you always watched. Maybe you would take your mom with you to run errands on the weekends. Maybe you went to church more consistently. I really want you to take the time to think about what things you used to do before your step family life. And now incorporate those back into your life because they used to bring you enjoyment. Stepmom life is about finding our new routine and our new balance. Remember that prioritizing you doesn't mean that you don't prioritize them. So when you do work on yourself, you will show up better for those around you. I hope this episode was helpful. If there are any other tips that you would like to share, go ahead and add those to the comments below. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to talking to you in the next episode. Thanks again for joining me today. If this episode has helped you or can help someone you know, please share it with them. Stay safe, and we'll chat again soon.